Okay, lastly, suicide finish. Suicide finishes. So typically at the end of level, you'll go for a rail slide. That's like the general, uh, like finisher. But here's like an example of what that would look like. It's like boost, rail slide, and you also explode. And let's slow this down here. So when you're going the rail slide, he's going like 40 over 4,000 there, and that can be really good. But another benefit is that you can explode and get a suicide finish. Uh, Sonic Oval has one of the more notorious ones, where grinding here, explode, and bounce on walls. So, let's see, right now, crap, 4,403 is the speed he's going. Then after the suicide finish, it's 7,802. So it's like a shift boost where your speed doubles, except you don't have the speed loss that you would normally have. So essentially, your speed just gets multiplied by 2, and there's no real thing slowing you down, I think, aside from air friction. So you can, go a lot faster with this. Uh, some levels have like like the most consistent suicide finish. At least for me personally, I would say is wait no this one. Ordeal, Big Blue Ordeal, where you can just drive into the like low angle to the side and you'll get it pretty much every time. I'm not sure if CGN does it the same way I do though. Let's see. Just boost, lightly tap into the side, and it works. Yeah, that's like it's super consistent. Some tracks have really inconsistent or really like absurdly precise suicide finishes, like the one he does here, where it involves exploding here and like bouncing on walls until you get there, and that's hard to do. So is the Sonic Oval one. So there could be more like suicide finishes that like people don't really do just because they're like really freaking hard or like no one hasn't like nobody's found them yet. Uh, when you can bounce off jump plates and shit like that. So maybe like at the end of double branches, like it might be possible to bounce off of like explode at the wall here and then hit the jump plate, maybe stuff like that. Like like I recommend just trying shit like that out. On multiplex, you can bounce off the mines and fly to the finish, but it's like absurdly inconsistent stuff like that. Uh, like just because the world record doesn't do it doesn't necessarily mean that suicide finish doesn't exist. So I'd recommend just playing around, see what like see if you can copy what the if the world record does use a suicide finish, or if you've seen people do one. Try it out, see what works.